Building on our previous talk about loss in deep learning and how it drives backpropagation, we now confront a critical question. Hey machine learning practitioners, here is what most tutorials never tell you about gradient flow in deep networks, why error signals can simply vanish or explode, making learning impossible. Deep neural networks learn by propagating error signals backward through their layers. But what happens when this crucial signal either gets lost in translation or becomes overwhelmingly loud? This journey of the error signal is far more delicate than it seems, hinting at the challenges we'll explore. Let's first delve into vanishing gradients. This phenomenon occurs when the error signal, critical for updating weights, becomes exceedingly small as it propagates backward through the network's layers. Imagine the error signal as a crucial message being passed along a long chain of people. By the time this signal reaches the initial layers of a deep network, it's so diminished that the early layers receive almost no meaningful information. Consequently, these layers' weights update minimally, if at all, effectively halting their learning process and preventing the network from capturing complex patterns. To truly grasp vanishing gradients, let's use the telephone game analogy, often called Chinese whispers. Imagine a line of people trying to relay a secret message. The first person whispers it to the second, who then whispers it to the third, and so on. If each person whispers just a little softer than the last, by the time the message reaches the person at the end of a long chain, it's become an inaudible murmur or completely silent. This is precisely what happens with vanishing gradients. The error signal, our message, gets progressively quieter as it travels backward through deep layers, eventually disappearing before it can inform the initial layers how to adjust. Let's visualize this fading effect within a deep neural network. Here we have several layers, from input to output. The error signal originates at the output, where its impact is strongest. As this signal backpropagates through each hidden layer, its magnitude, represented by these bars, visibly decreases. Notice how the bars for the earlier layers, closer to the input, become significantly smaller. This diminishing magnitude is crucial. It means the early layers receive only a whisper of the original error, making it incredibly difficult for them to learn and adjust their weights effectively. The practical impact of vanishing gradients is profound. When error signals are too small, the weight updates for the initial layers become negligible. Imagine trying to adjust the first person's whisper in our telephone game, but you can barely hear the message at the end of the line. There's simply not enough information to make a meaningful correction. This leads to early layers failing to learn meaningful features from the input data. The network's overall learning process stalls, resulting in a plateaued training loss curve, indicating that the model has stopped improving, often stuck in a suboptimal state. Now, let's explore the equally problematic exploding gradients. Instead of fading away, the error signal here amplifies uncontrollably as it backpropagates through the network. Imagine our message in the telephone game, but this time each person shouts it a little louder than the last. The message quickly becomes deafening noise. When this happens in a neural network, the gradients become extremely large, leading to massive and erratic updates to the model's weights. This instability can cause the learning process to diverge rapidly, making the network unable to learn anything meaningful and often leading to numerical overflows or not a number values. Let's revisit our telephone game, but with a twist to illustrate exploding gradients. This time, imagine each person in the chain, instead of whispering softer, shouts the message a little louder than the person before them. What starts as a normal message quickly escalates into a chaotic, deafening roar by the end of the line. The original message is completely lost in the overwhelming noise. In deep learning, exploding gradients are like this. The error signal amplifies with each layer it passes through, becoming so massive that it completely destabilizes the network, preventing any stable learning. Let's visualize this amplification within our deep neural network. Again, the error signal originates at the output. As this signal backpropagates through each hidden layer, its magnitude, represented by these bars, now visibly increases with each step backward. Notice how the bars for the earlier layers, closer to the input, become dramatically taller and more intense. This uncontrolled growth in magnitude means the early layers receive an overwhelmingly distorted error signal. It's like trying to understand a message being screamed at you. The sheer volume makes it unintelligible and impossible to act upon constructively. The consequences of exploding gradients are equally severe. When gradients become excessively large, the weight updates for the initial layers are massive and chaotic. Imagine the first person in our telephone game being overwhelmed by a deafening shout. They can't possibly make a sensible adjustment to their own message. This leads to extreme instability during training, where the model's weights fluctuate wildly, causing the loss to spike uncontrollably or even become not in numbers. The network completely fails to converge, effectively breaking down and rendering any further training useless. It's a fundamental breakdown in the learning process. So, why do gradients behave this way? The core reason lies in the chain rule of calculus, which is how gradients are computed backward through the network. Essentially, the gradient for an earlier layer is a product of gradients from all subsequent layers. If each individual gradient component in this product is a small number, say 0.5, then multiplying many such small numbers together results in an extremely tiny value, causing gradients to vanish. Conversely, if each component is a number greater than 1, like 2, then repeated multiplication leads to an exponentially large value, causing gradients to explode. Each person in our telephone chain applies their own impact factors to the message, and these factors compound. One major culprit behind vanishing gradients, especially in older networks, is the choice of activation function. Functions like Sigmoid and Tanh, while useful, suffer from a saturation problem. When the input to these functions is very large or very small, the output becomes almost constant, flattening out. In these saturated regions, the derivative of the activation function, which is a key part of our gradient multiplication, becomes incredibly close to zero. It's like a person in our telephone chain who, regardless of how loudly or softly you speak to them, only ever responds with a very quiet, unchanging whisper. This tiny derivative value then gets multiplied down the chain, quickly driving the overall gradient to vanish. To make this clearer, let's look at the sigmoid function and its derivative side by side. As the input to the sigmoid function, represented by this moving dot, falls into the flat saturated regions on either end, observe what happens to its derivative. The derivative curve, shown on the right, plunges dramatically towards zero. This small derivative value is the impact factors that gets multiplied during backpropagation. When this factor is near zero, even a strong error signal from later layers effectively gets muted by this single activation function, making it nearly impossible for the message to propagate further back. It's a key reason for vanishing gradients. In practice, how do you know if you're facing vanishing gradients? The most obvious sign is your training loss curve. It will typically decrease for a few epochs, then flatten out and plateau, indicating that your model has stopped learning or is learning extremely slowly. You might also notice that the accuracy on your training data barely improves, even after many epochs. This happens because the early layers aren't getting enough signal to update. If you monitor gradient magnitudes, you'd see them consistently very small, especially for layers closer to the input. It's like the message in our telephone game being so quiet that no one further down the line can hear it to react, leaving the initial layers unable to adapt. Identifying exploding gradients is usually more dramatic. Your training loss will show erratic and massive spikes, often jumping to extremely large numbers or even displaying not a numbers errors. This indicates that your model's weights are being updated so drastically that the optimization process is completely destabilized. You might also observe that your model weights themselves become very large or contain nan values. If you're monitoring gradient magnitudes, you'll see them suddenly and sharply increase to enormous values, particularly in the earlier layers. It's like the message in our telephone game becoming so loud that the whole chain collapses in chaos, with no one able to process or react to the overwhelming noise. In summary, we've explored two critical challenges in training deep neural networks: vanishing and exploding gradients. Vanishing gradients occur when the error signal diminishes to near zero as it propagates backward, leading to stalled learning in early layers. It's like our message fading to an inaudible whisper. Exploding gradients, on the other hand, involve the error signal amplifying uncontrollably, causing unstable training and model divergence. This is akin to our message escalating into a deafening, chaotic shout. Both phenomena prevent deep networks from learning effectively, highlighting the delicate balance required for successful training. Understanding these challenges is the first step towards building more robust and efficient deep learning models.